I'm going to show you two quick examples of how to fill out the genetics traits chart. I like to call it the genetics pinwheel chart. So the first example is one that's actually given to you, and that is shown right down there. So this is an example of a female. Okay, so we start right there in the middle. The next letter is little f, so they have the recessive form of the earlobe, which is the attached form, so we would draw a line right there. She has a big R, so she can roll her tongue, so we go over there. Hitchhiker's thumb is shown as a little s, that would be the recessive, which actually is a hitchhiker's thumb, so we would come over here to the little s. The next letter is a small m, so hairy fingers. For hairy fingers, if you have it, you're dominant. If you don't, you're recessive. So she does not have it, and that would be recessive. The next letter is a capital T, thumb on top. So if you fold your hands together and your left thumb is automatically on top, that's a dominant, and that is what this female has. And then the last is the tendons. So if you feel those palmar tendons and you have 2, that's a dominant form of that trait. If you have 3, it's a recessive, and this female has a dominant. So she ends up right there on the chart. So I was actually going to do a second example of myself. So I'm obviously a female, so I would also start up here in the XX, not the XY, that's for males. I have the dominant form of earlobes. My earlobes are unattached, kind of dangly earlobes. Tongue rolling, I can roll my tongue, so that would be a dominant form of that trait. Hitchhiker's thumb, I have a hitchhiker's thumb. That's a recessive trait that I inherited from my father, so I would have the little s, or a recessive form of that. Hairy fingers, again, for hairy fingers, if you don't have it, that's a recessive, and so that would be me right there, the recessive or small m. Thumb on top. When I fold my hands together, my right thumb is on top, and that's actually the recessive form of the trait. And then finally, tendons. Do I have 2 or 3? I have 2. That's the dominant form. So I would end up right there. And you will do that for each of your 14 volunteers. And so you'll have 14, hopefully, 14 different genotypes shown on your chart. And hopefully the point of this is to kind of get an idea if there's any patterns. For example, are females always tending to be, with certain traits versus males, or are some dominants more common than recessives and things like that. So hopefully this little demonstration has helped you.